My name is Ryan Carter, and I never thought the worst day of my life would begin with a smile. My wife, Olivia, walked into our kitchen one Friday morning, kissed me on the cheek, and calmly placed a stack of papers on the table. "I want a divorce," she said. For a few seconds I couldn't even breathe. "What happened?" I asked. "Did I do something wrong?" She avoided my eyes. "I've changed, Ryan. I want more out of life." Those words kept echoing in my head. I want more. We had been married for 6 years. I wasn't a millionaire, but I had a stable job as a software engineer in Chicago. We owned a small house, drove reliable cars, and took one vacation every summer. I thought we were happy. Apparently, I was the only one. A week after our divorce was finalized, I found out what more really meant. Social media. Olivia was suddenly posting photos from private jets, luxury hotels, expensive restaurants, and yacht parties. Standing beside her in every picture was a handsome businessman named Damian Cole. News articles called him a self-made millionaire. He owned investment companies, luxury real estate, and several technology startups. Everyone seemed fascinated by him, including my ex-wife. Friends kept sending me screenshots. "Looks like she upgraded. That guy is worth hundreds of millions." I stopped opening the messages. There was no point torturing myself. Instead, I buried myself in work. Every extra hour became another step toward forgetting Olivia. 3 months passed. Then one rainy evening, everything changed. When I arrived home, I noticed a plain white envelope sitting outside my front door. There was no return address. Inside was a single photograph. It showed Damian hugging another woman. On the back, someone had written 6 words. She wasn't his first victim. My stomach tightened. There was also a USB drive. I plugged it into my laptop. It contained copies of newspaper articles, financial blogs, and photographs. According to the documents, Damian had dated several wealthy women over the past few years. Each relationship ended suddenly. Each woman disappeared from public life after losing large amounts of money through his investment companies. Nothing proved he had committed a crime. But the pattern was disturbing. Someone clearly wanted me to know. I almost deleted everything. After all, Olivia wasn't my responsibility anymore. Then I remembered our 6 years together. Despite everything, I couldn't ignore the possibility that she might be in danger. The next day I called her. She answered with an annoyed voice. "What do you want?" "I need to talk to you." "I'm busy." "It's about Damian." There was a long silence. Finally she sighed. "Fine. 10 minutes. We met at a downtown coffee shop. She arrived wearing designer clothes and carrying a handbag that probably cost more than my monthly salary. She looked different, more confident, almost arrogant. I slid the photograph across the table. "You need to look into this." She barely glanced at it before laughing. "Seriously? I'm worried about you. You're jealous." "I'm not jealous. Ryan, Damian has given me a life you never could." Her words felt like a punch to the chest. She stood up. "You always played it safe. Damian takes risks. That's why successful people stay successful." Before leaving, she leaned closer. "I finally know what it's like to live like I deserve." Then she walked away. I never saw her look back. 2 months later, headlines everywhere praised Damian's newest investment fund. Financial influencers called it the opportunity of the decade. Returns were unbelievable. People rushed to invest, including Olivia. I learned through mutual friends that she had sold almost everything she owned. Her apartment, her savings, even jewelry inherited from her grandmother. She invested every dollar with Damian. According to Olivia, they would both become even richer within a year. I wished I could forget about her. But something didn't feel right. The numbers didn't make sense. The promises sounded too perfect. One evening, while watching the news, a financial analyst questioned Damian's company during a television interview. "No legitimate investment guarantees profits this consistently," the analyst said. The interview ended abruptly. The clip disappeared from the network's website the next morning. That was strange. Very strange. A week later, another anonymous envelope appeared outside my house. This one contained only one sentence. If you want the truth, watch Monday. No signature. No explanation. Just those 6 words. I checked the calendar. Monday was only 3 days away. I had no idea what was coming. But deep down, I knew someone's perfect life was about to fall apart. Monday morning began like any other. I was making coffee before work when every television channel suddenly switched to the same breaking news. Federal agents have raided the headquarters of Cole Capital Group. Froze. Reporters stood outside Damien Cole's glass office tower as dozens of agents carried out boxes filled with documents and computers. The news anchor spoke quickly. Authorities allege the company operated a massive investment fraud, using money from new investors to pay earlier investors while hiding billions of dollars in losses. My heart sank. Olivia. I immediately reached for my phone. Before I could call her, my phone started ringing. It was her. For the first time since our divorce, her voice was shaking. Ryan. She was crying. I don't know what to do. What happened? Damien disappeared. What do you mean? His phone is off. His private jet is gone. His house is empty. Nobody can find him. Closed my eyes. It was exactly what I had feared. I'll come, I said quietly. 20 minutes later, I found Olivia sitting outside Damien's luxury penthouse. She looked nothing like the confident woman from the coffee shop. Her makeup had run from crying. She hadn't slept. The police are inside, she whispered. They said everything has been seized. She looked at me with panic in her eyes. My money is gone. How much? She stared at the ground. Everything. Every dollar from the divorce. Every dollar from selling her apartment. Her savings. Even the jewelry her grandmother had left her. Everything. The next few days were chaos. News channels revealed that thousands of investors had lost their life savings. Some had mortgaged their homes. Others had emptied retirement accounts. Damien hadn't just fooled Olivia. He had fooled almost everyone. Then came another shock. Investigators discovered that Damien had persuaded several trusted partners, including Olivia, to sign documents for companies they barely understood. She had believed she was helping with routine business paperwork. Instead, her name appeared on several financial records. She wasn't accused of creating the fraud, but she had to spend weeks answering investigators' questions and hiring lawyers to prove she had been deceived too. The stress broke her. One evening she knocked on my apartment door. I almost didn't answer. When I opened it, I barely recognized her. The expensive clothes were gone. The confidence had disappeared. She looked exhausted. I don't have anyone else, she whispered. My friends won't answer my calls. I invited her inside. For a few minutes, neither of us spoke. Finally she looked at me. I owe you an apology. I remained silent. You tried to warn me. He nodded. I thought money meant happiness. Tears rolled down her face. I thought Damien loved me. He loved what you could give him, I replied softly. She covered her face with her hands. I destroyed my own life. For a moment, I remembered the woman I had married. The one who laughed at my terrible jokes. The one I believed would stay forever. But that woman had made her choice long ago. I'm sorry, she said. I know saying it changes nothing. It doesn't, I answered honestly. She looked at me with hope. Could we ever start over? I took a deep breath. I forgave you a long time ago. Her eyes filled with hope. Then I finished my sentence. But forgiveness isn't the same as getting a second chance. The hope disappeared. I've spent the last year rebuilding my life, I continued. I learned that love without trust can't survive. She quietly nodded. I understand. Before leaving, she stopped at the door. I really did love you once. I smiled sadly. I believe you. But somewhere along the way, you started loving money more. She lowered her head and walked away. That was the last time I ever saw Olivia. Months passed. Life slowly became peaceful again. I accepted a position at a growing technology company. The long hours and hard work finally paid off. 2 years later, the company was purchased by a larger corporation. Every employee who owned stock received a generous payout. Mine was enough to buy a beautiful home, travel the world, and live comfortably without worrying about money. Ironically, I became wealthier than I had ever imagined. Not because I chased shortcuts, but because I stayed patient. One afternoon, while walking through a neighborhood park, I ran into an old mutual friend. We talked for a while before she quietly mentioned Olivia. "She's working 2 jobs now," she said. "She's still paying off legal bills from everything that happened." I felt no satisfaction, no revenge, only acceptance. As I walked away, I realized something important. The greatest loss in my life hadn't been my marriage. It had been believing that love could survive without character. Money attracts attention. Luxury attracts admiration. But neither can build trust. Character does. And once trust is traded for greed, the price is often far greater than money. Never leave someone who truly loves you for someone who only offers a richer lifestyle. Wealth built on lies eventually falls apart, but integrity creates a future that lasts. Question for you. If you were Ryan, would you have given Olivia a second chance, or would you have walked away forever? Let us know your answer in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more thrilling relationship stories every week.